Ramblings.
And today we are continuing down the path to our top 50 games of all time. It's going to be amazing.
Yes, and it's getting even better and better.
Hopefully for us it is.
Yes.
It might be for you. So like all these games are just getting worse and worse depending on what you think about our lists.
Yeah.
So instead of using 4.5 minutes talking about other stuff like we did in the other one, maybe we should get right to it.
Yeah, let's do it.
If you haven't seen the first one, go and check that one out, because then you can see games you like a little bit less than the games you like in this video, but still really great games.
Yeah.
And also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, do it now. It's free, it's fun, and it makes us happy, like this. Yay! Okay, top 50 games. Today we're doing the top 40 to 31.
Yes.
So who should begin?
Oh, I don't know who.
You start the last one.
Then
Maybe
you
I
can
can
start.
I
Yeah.
can start, okay. So my number 40 is a game.
Oh.
It was
Now
my...
I know what it is.
It was my number
sure.
29 last time.
Okay, I don't remember.
So no, that would be really strange. Like I know what it is now because you can like kind of Rain Man, so you just know everything.
No.
You don't have that
The
kind of memory.
total opposite.
Yeah, you
Yes.
don't have memory. That's like your yeah, that's your thing. You're like the cloud girl, like
I don't know.
like you
I don't know.
just fog girl.
Fog
You
girl.
just no idea
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
happening. But yeah, my number 40 was my number 29. It is Salkin, the Mayan calendar.
Cool.
Which is a really cool game. I remember the first time I played it, I hated it like really a lot. We played it with some people. You weren't there. It was before you started playing really a lot of games. I played it in Sweden at a con, and I remember there was one person who had played it before. And was like, oh, I don't want to play that. But we didn't have anything else to play, or other guys really wanted to try it out, including me. And we played it, and we were just like, no idea what's going on. We just got a lot of corn and nothing else. So we were like, yeah, we have food and 0 points, and that's really how I play the game now too. Like
that sounds
we're starting,
familiar.
starting to get some like maybe some kind of strategies. But this is one of the games where I really have a problem playing it great, and that's one of the reasons that I still love it, because I just want to come back to it and try to solve the puzzle. I know there's a lot of like strategy online, but I don't want to read that. I want to try it out and find it out for myself. It's not a really complicated game anymore. Like when I played it the first time, that's now 6 years ago or something. It was super complicated for me. Like I had no idea what's going on, and now it's not that way. But the game really puzzles me. But I love the simplicity of you either place out workers on the wheels, and you can place out more of them, but you have to pay food if you do that, or you can take everything back and do the actions, and that is super cool. You have to take everything back, right? Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you have to do that. Anyways, it's a cool action system. And you have the wheel. I remember when the game came out, people were like, oh, it's just going to be a gimmick. But it works really well. And those are some of the reasons why I like Salkin. It has dropped a little bit, but that might just be like, as we say, this is like a snapshot of where we are right now. And it might be just because I haven't played it in a while.
No. It's a long while since the last time we played it. I really want to play it again. This is a superb game. I love the timing thing that I
so
never get like my head around how to do it well, but I feel like I get a little bit closer every time I play it.
I don't.
And I really like the personal abilities that you get that makes you play a little differently.
Yeah, with the expansion.
Yes.
Yeah, the expansion makes
the
the game
expansion, yes.
a lot better, so I really enjoy that. So that is Salkin, my number 40.
So my number 40 down there, is Patchwork, and this last time it was at space 36. So
Okay.
quite similar.
You're just like you think my revelations of the games not so interesting. You're just like, my number 40 is Patchwork. It was somewhere on the list last time. That's it. Let's go to your number 39.
Yeah, let's do
You should
it.
say like, my number 40 is a game about doing a hobby that
Okay,
some
I'll do
people
that
have.
next time. Patchwork is a 2-player game by Uwe Rosenberg. This is a Tetris Mini style game where you're trying to use your... You want to use your time wisely, because every tile you take, every step you...
Every tile you take, I'll be watching you.
Yes,
and you will in this game, because you will be like, no!
Yeah, it costs buttons and it costs time.
Yes.
So I like really filling out your little, I don't know, blanket or something.
Yeah, you're quilting a blanket,
Yes.
basically. I love that. That should be like the quote for the game. Patchwork, spend your time wisely.
Yeah.
That would actually be really, really cool.
Buttons.
And it will feel like it's a quite different game. Like it feel like it's an epic game, especially if it's just said like
But
that.
I think like this is Uwe Rosenberg's like first of these small Tetris style games that he is now branching a lot out of, and this is still my favorite one.
Absolutely.
And it's solid. So if you want to like filler, interesting 2-player filler, go check that one out.
It's a really good 2-player game.
Yes.
I
One
also,
of my favorites.
We also have Patchwork Express, which I play. You haven't played it, I think?
That.
No, and we wouldn't have a reason to play it. It's like a simpler kids version. But I played it with my cousin like a year ago, and he was 6. And even though... Yeah, my nephew, sorry.
Yes.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
I played it with my nephew. I played with my nephew last year, and even though I had to like explain a little bit, like remember, like okay, no, you cannot take that one because you have to take the one that's only 3 spaces away. He got into it and he actually won, like without me helping
that's
it.
Cool.
And that was really, really cool. It was only like more heavy, and it's not heavy, but for him it's like more like strategic, where he actually kind of got into the strategy really well. So if you have played Patchwork, or if you haven't and you have smaller kids or family members that don't play too many games, Patchwork is easy, like, but Patchwork Express is really great if you want to play with kids.
Cool.
So that's your number 40.
Yeah,
Patchwork.
not Patchwork Express, but Patchwork.
Patchwork, yeah, sorry.
Yes.
My number 39 is a game that's going to be higher on your list. It was my number 42 last time. So that's really basically... It's also like, why is something number 42? Why is something number 39? We've spoken about this. Like, this is... It could have just as well been that, but it didn't end up there this time. So this is a game that, if it's not high on your list, like, this is probably going to be... I don't know where in your list, and I don't know why I'm speculating about this, because people are just say
tell
the
me the game.
I'm turning into Sam Healy.
Yes.
Like, I'm just saying, like, talking so much about the game, and nobody knows what's going on. So yeah, this is a game. What?
Just say it.
It's a game by Uwe Rosenberg called At the Gates of Loyang.
Yeah.
Try editing that. So yeah, I'm editing. That's horrible. So yeah, At the Gates of Loyang is a really, really great game. You just played it the other day.
Yeah, it was super fun.
And I played Maracaibo, which was also really good. But I was looking over it and I was like, oh, I want to play that.
Yeah.
Because that looks so fun. Because it's been a while since I played it.
Yeah.
This is Uwe Rosenberg is an amazing designer, and this is one of his. It's still a farming game, but it's really different. It has a lot of different mechanisms. It's not a worker placement game, which a lot of his farming games are. This is a card-driven game which has an interesting card drafts. It has an interesting way that you get new resources. You plant the resources, and then you get able to harvest the resources again, and be able to do that in like a timing way, where you want to get customers that you can give the right and vegetables to, and it's just a really tight puzzle that is amazing, and that is why it is my number 39.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite games, so yeah, I like it a lot, and I was super thrilled that we got to play it recently. I'm super happy with that. I think it's super interesting with the timing, as you say, because you maybe have this one cabbage left and you need that to your regular customer, but at the same time you want to plant more cabbage and you can't do both. So yeah, I really like this game.
You could if you cheat.
Yeah, you could.
But then you could do whatever you
You could
want.
if you wanted to, yeah.
That's At the Gates of Loyang.
Yeah, so my number 39 was my number 20.
I thought you was going to say like number 2, and I was like, whoa.
Oh, no. It was my number 20 last time.
It has dropped quite a bit.
Yeah, and I think that fits. It was almost not on my list at all. It's Age of Steam.
Okay, cool.
This is a really great game. I really like it, but it's been so long since I played it, and
Haven't you played it yours?
No, I haven't.
What?
You played it without me.
I played it like 3 or 4 times, and you haven't
You
played
really?
it. Yeah.
I haven't played it once. So yeah, Age of Steam. It's a train game. You're like picking up and delivering these cubes, and you're trying to build the most efficient railway system to do it. And you're taking loans and not losing. Yeah, we're trying not to lose here. So I feel like this is a complicated game, but it's actually quite simple.
Yeah, the rules are really simple, but it's really simple also to do mistakes, and you'll be out of the game if you do it with a really horrible mistake at the beginning. Like, we even played a 3-player game of one of the maps on a new one, and I made such a horrible mistake at the first round, so I just I gave up, like, because it didn't. There was I was like seeing 5 rounds into the future. It's like there's nothing I can do, and you will just run away with the games to the 2 players. So we started a new map, which was more fun because I could be in the game. I didn't win, but I was in the game, which is more fun to be in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's an amazing game. It has so much variability, like because you know how the new version, of course, but all of the old maps are still available for that, and you have like 150, 200 maps. Alban VR, we haven't played any of his maps, but he's one of our favorite designers, and he makes new maps for the game every year, and it's just like so much support. It's more like a gaming system than just a pure game, because you can make all of these nice, interesting maps that has different new mechanisms, different new rules to change up the basic game.
Yeah, it's super solid. Go check it out if you haven't already.
And if you like good games.
Yes.
So my number 38 was not my number 20 last time.
Oh, so my number 20 and your number 20 almost at the same spot.
Aha, yeah, because there's number 30, yeah. This is not a really great game. It is Trajan by Stefan Feld.
Yes.
And the reason it has dropped, I haven't played it in quite a while, and there's other games I'm more excited about. It's still a very good game, but I remember the last time I played it, I wasn't like so excited. But it's still a really solid game, and I have a couple of friends who really want to play it, so I really want to try it out. So that means that I'm probably going to get a chance to try it soon, because sometime when we, like in these couple of new months or a couple of new months, I get new months.
Yeah,
a couple of next months where
months.
there's not so many new releases, we might have a chance to actually play some older games.
Yeah.
So Trajan is like one of the first heavier Stefan Feld games. With this Mancala mechanism, you pick up and you move around this rondelle, and where you end up, that's where you want to do the action. This is one of the games that you really should, I'm not saying have to, because I know you're not as good at it as I'm usually are, to plan out. You need to plan, you should really plan maybe like 5-10 actions ahead, because you have to plan where everything lands, and then you can do that action because that lands there. And also you want to try to have the right colors so you can get these kind of tribune bonus scorings. And there's basically, this is a game with all of these small mini games, because all different actions you get is basically a new mini game that you interact with somewhere. Somewhere you build a building, somewhere you move on a map, somewhere you ship goods. Like there's all these different small mini games that interacts in a way to get you a lot of points, because this is a pure point salad game where you're just like, I'm doing this action, here are some points for you. I'm doing this action, good job, more points. And you're just gonna get quite a few points and have fun.
Yeah.
Trajan
is a great game. One of my favorite Felds, so that's great.
Spoiler, probably, because you already had a Feld on your list.
Yeah, no, actually. My number 38 was number 48 last time.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know, I still like it pretty much.
You still like it? You had like it more. Like
I like it more. I don't know, I like it
if it
quite
has
as
dropped,
good.
it should be like you still like it, and now you're gonna be like, oh, it's amazing.
It's amazing. It is Escape the Curse of the Temple.
Escape!
And this is like staying in my favorite games. We don't play it as often, but I just remember that game and just like, oh, that is fun.
Especially if you play it with my parents, because they love stress games.
Nope. This is at its most exciting when we're playing with the expansions, because you get a lot of variabilities. This is a co-op game where you're playing like, you're trying to get out of a temple.
Which is cursed.
Yes. And you're rolling dice to get different combinations to do different actions.
To lift the curse.
Yes. Either exploring new rooms or moving into new rooms or doing tests to lift the curse.
To get the crystals that lift the curse.
Yes. And you're trying to also get to the entrance to get out. And
or the exit.
Exit, yes.
It's also an entrance, but in this case using it as an exit, or else you will lose.
Yeah. And you all have to get out before the time runs out. And there's a lot of things to do when you're playing with the expansions. If we were to play it now, I would play with some expansions. But if we were playing with new people,
I would also play with some expansions.
Yeah, maybe.
If there wasn't like my parents, which hate these kind of
true.
games, like because the expansions just add like not a lot of new rules, or just like a couple of things, and adds
And more
just
fun.
Yeah, more fun. Couple more rules, but more fun. Really, that's it. It's a 10-minute game. It's kind of a lot to set up. like not too much, but you have to like shuffle the right pieces and have a room on your game table, and you need that kind of space for it. But yeah, I absolutely like it.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add?
No.
No, you were done.
I'm happy.
Done. So that's your 38.
Yes.
That's mean we're up to my number 37, which is a new addition to this list.
Oh.
It's a game called Crisis.
Oh.
It's a worker placement game where you are trying to save a city which is in crisis. They are really in crisis because there's some crisis going on, and you're trying to be a good city in the crisis. And say the word crisis because it's a good word. So this is a game I've heard quite a bit about. Like, it's a game I've heard a lot about actually, and I actually ended up buying 2 copies of the game. Ask me how that happened.
How did that happen?
I backed a Kickstarter from the same company that did Crisis, which was called On the Underground. And in the pledge manager, I added Crisis. And then I forgot I added Crisis to the pledge manager of On the Underground. So when somebody put up Crisis for sale on a Facebook page, I was like, oh, this is Crisis. I've heard good thing about Crisis. So I'm going to get a copy of Crisis. So I bought Crisis, the copy of Crisis on Facebook. And I had that copy of Crisis at home. And then I got something in the mail, like it said, oh, I have to go and pick up a package. I opened up the package, like, I don't know what game this is. It was Crisis. And I opened it up, like, this is kind of a crisis. Because I have 2 copies of Crisis, and I don't need that, so I have to do something about this crisis. So I got someone to buy the game, and then Crisis was awarded. So yeah, about the game. This is a really, really cool worker placement game, which has kind of a co-op, semi-co-op element, because the game can basically lose, or you can lose the game if everybody doesn't contribute to the city to help the city grow in this crisis. I'm done with the word now. I don't like it anymore. I liked the word before. No, I don't like it anymore. But yeah, it is kind of a engine building game where you're trying to do a lot of different actions. You don't have a lot of actions each turn. You're trying to get these factories that can produce different resources if you have the right workers. It's a really tight game because everybody wants the same kind of thing. So the turn order is really important, and you're like feeling, oh, I need to go there, but I also want that. I hope somebody doesn't do that. Usually they do, and you'll be like, no, and you will be angry, and you will then have to do something else, but it is a really interesting game. The theme is really cool. I like that you're trying to get the factories that produce things and try to get another factory that can produce something better out of what you produce there, trying to make like a chain of factories, so an engine basically which gets better and better to produce your points and different resources and money that you can spend to buy new stuff. And it's like at the end of each round, you're going to see like who helped most with the city, and if everybody helped like a lot, then like the level of the city is going to go up. If people didn't help enough, it's going to go down, and you have a goal to reach each with points basically each round, and you can play like easy game, a hard game. We played like the medium or hard game, and we lost really early in the game. Yep. It took like half an hour, and it was like, yeah, that's a fun game. But other than that, the other times we played it, it's been a blast, and I want to play it again. It's one of those newer games for me that it's been really like, this is another topic, so don't want to go into it, but like a lot of the games that I really get a kick out of playing are the older games that I've heard so much good stuff about, then we finally get a chance to play it. So Crisis was amazing for me.
Yes, I really like this game as well. I really like the tension in the worker placement and the engine building, and also like trying to get enough points so the city don't like go into crisis. Yes.
Done with that. Go on to your next.
My number, this is, I don't know, I haven't planned this actually, but my number 37 was my 47 last time. So I put them right next to each other. That's fun. So this is Quadropolis. This is one of my favorite gateway games.
Is it not your favorite anymore?
I don't know.
Because it was for both or number 1, I think at the
so.
top 10.
I am saying one of mine to just save it.
If we ever do a new version of that list, it might still be interesting.
Yeah. And this is a city building game. You're trying to build this city on a grid, and you have different buildings that like to go like next to each other and deliver stuff to each other.
You don't deliver anything in this game.
You don't?
Nope.
There's some cubes and some guys and some...
That's just resources you need to put on them.
Oh.
Energy and workers.
Forget what I just said. It's a fun game.
It is, even though you're not delivering anything, it's a
Yeah,
really good game.
you're trying to build stuff in the right places, and you have these architects that you're working with to build like some places on the grid. It makes more sense when you see the game than me pointing in the random directions.
It's basically an open draft.
Yeah.
And you place the tile, like your architect tile with a number, and that tells you how many spaces to that's in from that direction you can pick a tile, and also what number you can place a tile in your city.
Yeah, okay. That made more sense when you said it.
It made more sense than going into
places. Yes. It's a great game.
It is. Yeah, nothing to add really. It's a really fun game that I enjoy.
Yeah.
So my number 36 is just more of good stuff.
Crisis?
No, it's more.
Glenmore?
It is. Glenmore 2, more. It's a fantastic game. It's not actually called more, but I would allow it to be called that. Glenmore 2 is a really, really great game. We enjoyed the first Glenmore. We didn't own it, so we only played it once, and I liked it. And then when the second one was a Kickstarter, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this. And we played it quite a few times. Played quite a few of the Chronicles, which are basically mini expansions that you add, like modular expansions. Basically, it's a huge box. It's actually right there. You can't see it, so I don't know why I saw it, and I was like, I don't know why it's over there. It's on a chair. Standing there
alone.
We have games everywhere, basically.
Yeah.
That's
on the chair.
That's
there,
the conclusion.
the chair
games
there.
everywhere. So yeah, Glenmore 2 is a tile drafting, tile laying game where you are gonna have it's kind of like Patchwork, where the player that's farther to the back of the line is gonna go and pick a tile. You can jump as far as you want to take that tile, and you'll add it to your tableau. And then you will then go ahead and activate all the tiles around it and get resources. You can convert resources into points. You have a lot of different things that's going on. If you want to see more, we did a review of it, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We did, so you can go and check out more about the game. But it's a fantastic game, Glenmore 2.
Yes. Glenmore is a great game, and Glenmore is even more good.
More good,
yes.
Yeah. I think we're enough with these puns now with
Yes.
Crisis and Glenmore 2 more. And let's
You just
do more.
have to live with that. Oh, wait, no, it's not one of those. Okay.
That makes no sense.
I thought I had done 36 at 46 again, but it wasn't. It was number 43 last time.
Okay, and now it's number?
36.
36.
Mysterium.
Okay, cool.
This is one of my favorite co-op games. Yeah, I should just stop saying this is one of my favorite, because everything in my top 50 is one of my favorite somethings.
You've had quite a few co-op games already on this list, more games than I thought you would have on the list.
Yes, I have some old favorites that will
just keep on being.
Yeah, I think so. I will wait and see.
But that's amazing, that's Cult of the Future.
So one is playing the Ghost. And the other ones are playing detectives, mediums.
Trying to find the ghosts and who killed them.
Yes. So you're trying to find out first who the victim, who am I, and then...
No, you're not trying to find out that. You're trying to find
murderer?
out... Yes.
Oh, yeah, the murderer.
You don't remember half of your games.
Okay, you're trying to find a person, a place, and a weapon. And you're getting this hints for what you're going to choose via this Dixit cards. This really abstract.
It isn't actually Dixit card, but it feels like it. Yeah.
It feels like it. It's really abstract, and you're trying to it's red there, and it's red on the person's hat, and or you're like the ghost saying, no, it's not the red. It was the footprint I was trying to hint you about. And it's
but the ghost can't speak. That's because
it only give hint with the cards.
Because if the ghost could do that, the game would be really easy.
Yeah.
It is not the red, it's the footprints.
It's him.
Look at the footprints.
Yeah.
They will show you to the murderer.
Yeah. It's a fun game. I have so much fun playing it, both as the ghost and as not the ghost, as a medium.
As the ghost and not the ghost. I like it. What is the different the other side of a ghost? It's not ghost.
It's not ghost.
Yes.
It's
You're done.
Yeah.
Okay, you're just fading out.
Yes.
So my number 35 is then another new game to the list. It is a worker placement game called Architects of the West Kingdom.
Cool.
This is a super cool game, especially it's really not good at 2 for us, but this is one of the games that I really like, especially at 4 and 5 players, because it's a game you can play like in an hour with 4 and 5 players, and there's a lot of game here, and you have the really interesting worker placement mechanism of the more workers are in a space, the better the space is, and then someone else can go and basically capture those guys and put them in jail for doing work.
Logical.
But there is something behind it.
Teach your kids a lesson.
Yeah, don't be in a
of the
gang.
West Kingdom.
If you're in a gang, you will get put in jail.
For working too hard.
Don't work, kids. Stay at home and play board games.
Yes.
So yeah, this is just a pure fun game. I really enjoy it. Architects of the West Kingdom. Not too much to add about that.
Yeah, I agree. It's fun. It's a worker placement game. Fun, fun, fun. Like trying to summarize what you just said. I don't know. This is number 35, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So this was my number 42 last time. So we're going like in this ascending. Yeah. The Bloody Inn.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite games. I have to stop saying that now.
Yeah,
It's a great game.
Okay, so my number 34.
You are running an inn and you want
bloody.
more money. And you're not asking people nicely to have their money. You're basically killing them. So what you do on your turn is you like take cards from this common pool, and you can either choose to like have them as your guests that you will kill later, or you can hire them as staff, or you can like, I don't know, use them to build annexes and stuff.
It's multi-use cards, basically. You're not using a person to build a house. That makes no sense.
But it multi-use cards. So I think this is really cool. And you also have to like, when you get the money, you have to put it in the bank to
you
get
don't have
points.
to, but you can.
You can.
And it will let you points, and it will
Yes.
make the money safe, basically.
Yes, and you can bribe the police, and you can have the police come work for you. And if the police comes around before you have like been digging the full grave for the corpse, then you don't get the money and stuff. Like, yeah, I really like this game.
You do, yeah. We haven't played the expansion. I heard good
we
things
have
about
the
that.
expansions.
No, we don't have the expansion.
I think we have.
No, we do not have
No,
the
we
expansion. We never bought it, so if you didn't buy it, I don't know why you just like suddenly
I don't
thought
know.
we had the expansion.
I want to have the expansion.
You have to buy it, and that's how you get stuff.
Oh.
So my number 34 was my number 5 last time.
Oh. You
Can you-
don't like... So Terraforming Mars is like way down there.
No, but Terraforming wasn't on my list last time, so that's higher.
True. Okay,
You're
yeah.
still thinking it was on my list. I don't know why.
I still think so. So this is what was your number 5
Yes.
last time.
And you know what it is?
No. No,
It's a game.
obviously I did not.
It's a game because I thought it was Terraforming Mars. It's a game that it's a game that just is still is a good game because I had so much fun with it. But it's a game I'm never gonna play again, and that's one of the reasons why it's dropped so low. And it's Pandemic Legacy Season 1.
Oh yeah.
Because like it was this high because we just finished it and it was an amazing experience that you didn't get, which was sad face, boohoo. But it was a really, really amazing experience, and that's why it's still here, because it was that good. And also I don't like Pandemic, so the enjoyment I got of this was really exciting for me, because I got to play Pandemic and have fun. But I really liked it. It was an amazing experience. Loved it from start to finish. Every single time I played it was an amazing experience that just changed up, and the story was so cool. It felt like a cool thriller TV show, which was nice. But I cannot play it again. I will never play it again. I will never take out and play the actual board again. That would make no sense to me. But other than that, like, there's not too much, because that's the reason why it's fallen, because I can't play it again, basically. So that was my number 34.
Yeah.
Pandemic Legacy
I have
Season Uno.
I have no comments on that.
Because you only played a couple of times.
I haven't played it.
You're never gonna forgive me for that, but you
No.
weren't living here. You live like in another part of the country.
Yes, okay. holding grudges, yes. My number 34 has fallen a bit since last time. Last time it was number 18. It has fallen for you as well, I know, because we talked about it in our last video.
Okay.
This Power Grid.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was The Colonists.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't on my list last time.
I know.
Yeah, so Power Grid is still a super solid game, which I enjoy, but yeah, fallen as for like the same reason as you said. Just played it a lot and discovering new cool games that I'm more excited about.
For you, it's just like, it's no challenge anymore.
Yeah, I always
I'm just
win.
winning,
Give me
so
something
it's like,
difficult
give
now.
me something I can be challenged
Come at me.
by.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 33 then was my number 16 last time.
Oh, you're falling a bit.
Yeah, but it's not because it's the worst game. It might be because it's been a while since I played it. It might be all of the other games that they are no higher on the list. That is the reason, because there's other games higher on the list.
But what is it?
It is a game with a number in the title.
Number 9, I don't know.
It's not number 9. That would make no sense. It's Pulsar 2849.
Oh, yeah.
Which is an amazing Euro game with a super interesting, different board, a round board with the planets. It's such a tight game and there's so much stuff that you can do. You're basically running around in space, you're not running, you're flying around your ship, trying to get different planets, trying to get these pulsars, trying to get different kind of victory points generators into space. It's really like not a lot of theme here, but it's like such a great dice drafting Euro game that I love. And when I'm talking about it now, I just want to play it again because it's been so long since we played it. But still, as soon I would say, it's still one of my favorite games, Pulsar 2849.
I haven't played this more than once.
Oh, you only played once with 2 players?
Yes,
yeah,
and I remember nothing.
No, it's not best
I really
with
want
2.
to play it
yeah,
again.
we should play
though.
it again.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
My number 33 was my number 22 last time.
Okay, yeah.
So fallen a bit.
It's full now, like almost 10. You should have taken it 32 so it could be at exactly 10.
okay.
Let's just do this again next year.
It's Trois.
I had this already, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We talked about this in the last video. It's a solid game. I really like the dice drafting of and preferably your own dice, but maybe you'll take some other dice as well and trying to like get in on the actions that will benefit you the most. Yeah. I really like this game.
Yeah, nothing.
It's not that much to say. We talked about this.
We also talked about it. Yeah, it's a very good game. So my number 32 is another newer game on the list.
Yeah.
But it's an older game.
Oh.
And if you haven't heard, this game is getting a reprint. So if you haven't heard it, you heard it first here. If you already heard it, you didn't hear it first here. It is a game that people have been wanting a reprint for a long time, and it is getting a reprint this year, and it's called Gink Gapless.
Yeah.
This is such a fun game. It's pretty quick, like an hour, but it is a great card game where you use cards you play cards to build new buildings. It's a real majority. You take over other players' buildings. You try to get cards that will score you points at the end of the game. Has this really interesting thing where when you place a new building, that building's card which get put into the deck, and then you can get that card later, and just so much stuff going on in this. It feels like it should be really complicated, but it's really great, especially 2 and 3 players. Heard it's not as good as 4 and 5. I haven't played it any more than 3, which was amazing. You've only played 2 players, right?
Yes.
But this is a superb game. I remember I heard so much stuff about it, and I just basically just by luck found it at a friend's house. He sold some games like 10 years ago, so he just had it there in shrink. I was like, I'm taking that with me home. I don't care what you have, what you want to have, how much money you need. I just throw the money in your face.
Take all my money.
And he didn't get all my money, but he got some of them. And now we have Gink Gapless, and soon you can too, because it is getting a reprint, which is great news. It's a fantastic game, Gink Gapless.
I want to play this game again. I remember it was really fun and really interesting, like taking over each other's buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
It feels kind of mean to me, but when we played it, I had such a great time.
Yeah, and it's just like a big part of the game. It's more like it doesn't feel like haha, take that. it just feels like it's a real majority thing, and also you will get points if somebody takes it away from you.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
true.
a great balance there, and I love this game. It's an amazing game. Gink Gapless.
Yeah. My number 32 was my number 19 last time.
So it's falling.
We just played this game. I'm still a super fan of this game. It's Princess of Florence. And this is also one of those games that really shines with a lot of people. It has like this cool auction round at the start of each turn where you're bidding on these items and trying to, because there's some of those you can only get then and there, and it's crucial to get them at that exact round because of the timing, so I really like this game, and you have so few actions, and the action costs money, and you're saving up to do this amazing works.
Yeah, you're
so
basically getting people to come to work in your palace.
And you get work points, and you're trying to save them up to have them be as good as possible. But you can only do so and so many in the game, so you can't wait with 5 works till the last round.
No.
This is a cool game. I really like it.
It's really great, and it has this really neat feature where when you do the work, you get money. You get 100 coins or 100 money for each work point, and then then you have to choose how much of that do I want to keep as money, and how much do I want to pay to get points.
That's really interesting.
And it's really like you will need money, but you need points to win, and it's super, super good.
Yeah.
So by number 31 then, we are at the end of this video. Or you can do your 31 as well, or else it will be strange.
Thank you.
My number
I
31
appreciate that.
was actually my number 12 last time.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that have actually fallen for me.
Yeah, I think.
And people are gonna sit home and think like, oh, it's gonna be colder than you. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Find out in the next 3 weeks on Board Gaming Ramblings, top 50 games of all time.
Then you can go to the next video's comments and just like, I was right the whole time, it's colder than you.
Or you might be wrong and you don't know because we haven't filmed it yet.
I don't know.
We're filming it in the right order. It was strange to film like number 1 first.
Yeah, that would
It would
really
make it less interesting for us as well. But what game is this? This is Wildcatters.
Cool.
Which is a super long, heavy game that is basically a 4-player game. Why has it dropped? Hard to say. It is an amazing game. I really like it. It is one of those games that I will not always want to play, and that might be one of the reasons that it has dropped. Because it's a game I want to play, but maybe 2-3 times a year max, maybe 2 times a year.
I think that's a lot.
But you know, like, it wouldn't be like if you ask me now. No, I'm almost starting to list games in my top. But yeah, if you ask me now, like about this game, I'll be like, yes, I want to play that every day. And you have Wildcatters, where I will be like, maybe not now.
Yeah.
And that's what the reason basically why it has gone to this lower number. Still a fantastic game about drilling oil, about being mean. This was a game, I've said this before, but this was a game that got me to understand that this kind of direct interaction could be really interesting. And I could actually like games with direct interaction.
I really like this game as well. I think, it did some of the same things for me. I have a little problems with the conflicts that exist in this game, and you really want to just like try your best to stay ahead of it. And I just keep thinking about these different like region cards that come up that you're like choosing from each time it's your turn. And trying to like, I hope South America comes before it's my turn again so I can drill some oil there. I really enjoy this game as well.
It's amazing. So we're down to the last game of this video. And what can it be? I don't know, but you know you're the only person in the world knowing right now. How does that feel?
Let's keep it that way.
Okay, so thank you so much for watching. This is the end of the video. Okay, let's do your number 31.
Yeah, this I think... This was actually on my list last time as well. This was on my number 26, so quite similar places there.
In the same kind of.
Yeah. This is Small City by Alban Weird. This is a heavy, crunchy, brain-hurting game. You're building a small city and you're getting hurt in the brain while doing it.
And the mayor is a douchebag.
Yeah. his total. So you choose a bonus before, like, at the start of the round?
There's a lot of different mechanisms. Yeah, you have that kind of drafting at the beginning.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it makes you kind of go for, now I'm really trying to get this done this turn, so I can like benefit from this bonus. And it's you're trying to puzzle and build the most efficient and like most beneficial way of building your city. And it's
The small one.
Yes, and it's really hard.
It is. I want to play it again. It's been
Yeah.
too long since we played it. It is a great city building game. It's hard, it's heavy, it's crunchy, and it's
Takes all of the
unforgiving.
boxes.
And you get pollution, and
More boxes than I asked for.
and people die, and you have to bury them, and they will take up space in your city because they never
Oh, I totally forgot that.
pollution. And then I can send a tourist to your town to use your buildings.
That is
Because
so
that's what
annoying.
tourists
That's
do,
so
right? You go
annoying.
to another city like, I'm going to use this shop now. But yeah, it's
And
a great
we're
game.
just like, why are you coming here, tourists?
I
We
want to
didn't
go to
ask
that
for
city.
this.
No! It's an amazing game. I like it quite a bit.
That's the end of the video.
That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Please let us know in the comments if you like the video. And what games did you like? What games didn't you like? And new one coming in a week. Thank you for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Sunniva.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings. And bye-bye.